Hello, I'm Lenny Magill with the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop right here in San Diego, California. Today I want to show you some new magazines. They've been out for maybe 3 or 4 or 5 months now, they're aftermarket magazines. Now the take on aftermarket Glock magazines or aftermarket magazines for your Glock has been that they don't work well. People are like, stick with Glock magazines, and you know what? I still believe that for self-defense and truly high-end competition, stick with Glock magazines. They are flawless. Okay, that's the bottom line. But ETS has come out with a new Glock magazine that fits Glocks, and by God, they actually are pretty cool. And they've got some neat options that are definitely worth interest, your interest, and definitely worth looking into. And they work well. Guys have been using them. I see guys using them in competitions, and I've tried them out, and I'm super happy with them. They're clear too. So here's basically a look at one. Let me get you this Glock 17 mag, and we're going to kind of go over this somewhat. Now I've got a new camera here. This is my Eye in the Sky camera with a light. It's a GoPro camera with one of our kind of a ring light that they call, but it's going to give us a little bit more light on some of these subjects here. So I'm going to display this a little bit here. This is the 10-round version of this Glock 17 magazine, and here's the 10-round version of the Glock 19. Now the reason I'm showing you the 10-round version is I'm going to show you the 15-round version of the 19, and check this out. Here's the difference. See that spine that runs right down there? Let's see if I can show it to you over here. There you go, that's better. The spine that runs down this magazine versus this one here doesn't have that spine, that piece right there. That's what limits the magazine to 10 rounds. So no matter what you do on the bottom of that, you can't put more than 10 rounds in there because of that spine, okay? That actually will constrict the rounds as it goes down, and it actually kind of funnels it down so that 10 rounds only fit. And it's the same way with the Glock factory magazines. You just can't see it. It's not clear. That's why I thought, well, this is a good opportunity to show you that. That's how they make these mags to be constricted. So, like I said, these mags have some neat configurations that I think you're going to be interested in for 9mm. And let me go ahead and show you. I've got a couple guns out here. First and foremost, I've got a new Glock Gen 5. All right? Because a lot of people are going to ask me, does it work on a Gen 5? So there's the Glock Gen 5. And here it is under my other camera. And it's, pretty cool. I mean, the neat thing, and I'll do a whole separate video on the Glock Gen 5, but it's got that orange magazine follower, which is kind of neat. So the gun is, of course, empty. And people always ask, well, will these magazines fit in the new Gen 5? Yes, is the answer. So I'll go ahead and show you right here. It locks up, sits in there good, nice and tight. A little bit of a gap, which could be a problem, maybe could bite your fingers, but bottom line, it comes in and out just like it's supposed to. So here it is. And that's your Glock Gen 5 fit. And of course, it has the half moon cutout here in the front, which enables you to yank magazines out a little easier. And that was a requirement by some military law enforcement guys. They don't want to get their mags stuck up in there, so they wanted a way to be able to pull the magazine out better. All right, so there's the Gen 5. So yes, the magazines do fit. In fact, all Glock factory magazines and all Glock magazines from previous generations will still fit in the Gen 5. So just wanted to get that out of the way. Like I said, I've got a full video on the Gen 5. There's a whole bunch of interesting things about that particular gun. A lot of guys really love it. So, we're going to detail that as I have shot it a little bit more and starting to really understand some of the different features. I think it's high time to do a video on that. Now, this is my 43, okay? It's pretty simple. Just has a little red and red thing going here with my pyramid trigger. It is featuring a standard Glock magazine with our +2 magazine extension on it. All right, and this is kind of how I carry it. It's in our $35 holster. Very simple. The $35 holster is a great little deal because it captures the gun. It's not going anywhere, it won't come out. But when I want it, it comes out quickly. I wear it inside the waistband, or you can clip it to the outside of the waistband as well. So there's a couple of ways this thing works. If you are right-handed and you want it to be inside the waistband, buy the left-handed model. All right, that's just how it goes. So I'm right-handed. This is a left hand. I put it inside the waistband. It works. But what's cool about this particular deal is that they have several magazines that will function in a 43. And of course, I did demonstrate that the gun is empty. I know that. I want you to know that. I always want you to check the guns when you're playing with them as well. There is a 7-round fit flush magazine, just like that. So it's 1 extra round without any extrusion. That is one of the neat things I find here with this ETS mag. But there's some other ones that are really cool too. So check this out. This is now a 9-round. This is a 9-round magazine, all right? And it is extruding just a little bit, but made for your 43. Not a bad grip. It could accept something around it possibly, like a little magazine sleeve, but no one's making those yet. But that's actually a pretty cool little package. So you'll see this thing just is going to fly right out. Boom. Ejects. So it's got a pretty stout spring up here, because what's happening, of course, is your follower is resting on that little ledge right there. Okay? And because there's so much spring pressure, when I push that button, that thing is coming out. So the springs are pretty stout. Okay, so I showed you the standard 7. I showed you the extended 9. Now, one of the other things, like I said, you're really going to be interested in is an extended 12-round, 9mm, single stack magazine for your Glock 43. All right, this is 12 rounds now. This is pretty cool. Got it? And that's, like I said, there's some interesting development here with these ETS magazines. All right, so there's that. Now, let me go ahead, and again, it is empty. I'll put that off to the side. This is now my Glock 19 that I like to shoot and play with. I will also verify that it is empty. And it is, and pull the trigger in a safe direction. Now we can go ahead and play with it a little bit. Okay, this is a little build that I did that, you know, it's kind of a self-defense pistol. You can see it's got our slide cutouts and everything else that we've done. Got a UFP, Ultimate Fighting Pistol on it. It's got our pyramid trigger, extended controls, extended magazine button that's kind of been reversed going out this way, so it doesn't interfere with my grip at all. And I've got our combat, or should I say tactical, concealed carry mag well here. And it's a tight little package. I've got our XD, the XR HD extended range sights installed here. And I'll show you these guys right here. This is a great little package. There they are. That's a great sight. You know, I love that big button out there. Okay, now this will of course accept all the standard magazines. Okay, there's the 17 round. It's going to go ahead and stick out a little bit, just like a factory. Here's your 19. I'll go with the high capacity 19. Fits in flush, even with the mag well. That's what I'm kind of showing you here. It's just going to fit any gun, really. They've done a nice job making sure that their base plates don't interfere with anything. But like I said, the ETS mags come with something that's really, really cool. They've not only just got all the standard mags, you know, they've got the 15-round Glock 19 magazine, they've got the 17-round Glock 17 magazine, they've got California versions of those as well, but they also have what I think is awesome is a here it is. It's a 22-round 9mm magazine. 22 rounds. Doesn't stick out that far, but what a great little mag. I mean, what a great package. Okay, so now instead of having 15 rounds, I've got 22, and it sticks out just a little bit. There we go. Show you that. Let me show it to you on this side over here too. Okay. So I think, you know, that's a fun mag, you know, for people. And then, of course, they have what they call the 31-round mag, similar to the Glock factory 33-round mag. And the 33-round mag is basically the same tube. It just has the +2 Glock extension on the bottom. I'll show you down here in this camera if I can get it all to fit. There you go. So that is kind of a rundown of the current ETS lineup. What's the advantage of these? Well, they're less expensive. What's another advantage? Well, they're see-through, and a lot of people really like that, especially competition shooters who are running around and they want to look at that mag and say, well, how many rounds do I have? And you can tell instantly. You don't have to sit there and count with a window or a witness hole. You can actually sit there and say, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 rounds left. Okay, I know I can either use that magazine or not. So a lot of people really like that, and I think it's pretty cool too. In fact, it's a pretty cool look when you actually see the rounds in the clear chamber there, the clear tube. You know, do they work? Yes, they work. Would I replace all my Glock magazines with these and give up on Glock magazines? No. That's the answer there. So it's you know, you've got your Glock mags for your self-defense and your hardcore competition. You don't want to have any mistakes. These guys are good practice mags. They're fun practice mags. They've got some unique combinations as far as round length, especially in the 43 with a 12 rounder. I mean, there's some pretty awesome, you know, features and all this stuff. So I would say it's a winner. You know, I mean, and you know, I haven't had them fail yet. Okay, knock on wood. You know, but bottom line is, you know, you know, you never know. It's not a factory magazine, so that's all I can say. You know, if push came to shove and I only had to have one magazine, I'd have a Glock factory magazine. But bottom line is, these are working, and I haven't had any problems with them. And I think you'll be very happy with the price point and the value that you're getting, and the fact that they've got these unique sizes. All right, we've got them here on our website. We've got them ready to ship. And of course, if you're ever in San Diego, you can drop in and check them out and actually touch and feel them and take them home. So thanks for watching. I'm Lenny Magill. This, of course, is the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop. If you have any questions, any comments, certainly give me an email. And if you're ever in San Diego, drop in and see us. See you next time.